Hey YouTube family, GN subs, how are you doing? Today we have a wonderful video on how to reopen your denied case where there is a clear mistake that has been made by immigration. This is something that you're not going to find in the books, you're not going to find online, you're going to find it from me only. This is a great tool that I use. You can use it as well. I'm going to give you a sample motion at the end of this video. So stick around on how to get your case open when it's been denied incorrectly. Hey, you can get me at hrg@graylaw.com, and let's get at it. A lot to unpack here. All right, there is something called an expedited motion to reopen based on service error. So USCIS has a service to expedite and correct clerical and administrative errors, okay? What are we talking about here, folks? This happens time and time again. The most common denial are of I-485s. That's either a family-based adjustment or an employment-based adjustment or an N-400 application for citizenship. So usually what happens is if I can't make it on the day of the interview, I put in a request for rescheduling. You know, obviously I send it certified mail, make sure that you have evidence immigration receives it. In the event that they deny it and say they didn't receive the request for rescheduling, it happens all the time. That's the most common scenario. So in those cases, what I do is I make a motion to reopen on service error. Okay, so generally for any type of motion to reopen and reconsider, you have to file it on a Form I-290B. These forms are very expensive. So before you file the I-290B, try the motion to reopen on service error, okay? And here's how you do it. There's two ways to do this. This is really cool, folks, all right? Number one, there is a 1-800 customer service number that you can call. Have your facts ready and clear with A numbers and with the USCIS number, okay? And be clear. Say, look, I requested that my case be rescheduled. It was sent on time. They haven't rescheduled it and it was denied. I would like to make a motion to reopen on service error to correct the error, okay? Here's the number for you. I also put the number in the description box below. You can contact this 1-800 number and see if that works. Now, usually what I do, in addition to contacting the customer service, is I send an actual motion to reopen on service error. Where do you file it? You file at the place where you got the decision, where the decision was made. You have to send it back to that place. And what you do is on the top of your envelope, you put request for supervisor review, motion to reopen based on service error. In the description box below, I give you a sample motion, okay? This is a motion that I use, that it works, all right? It's very, very good. Simple, the law is very simple, 103.5, and you lay out your facts. It's not a detailed motion, basically. You have to be real short, succinct. When there's been an administrative or clerical error, it's usually very clear. You need proof that you responded on time. Let's go through some of the most common denials that are made by mistake by immigration, okay? So number one, you've requested to get your fingerprints rescheduled, or you actually got your fingerprints. You get a denial for failure to provide fingerprints. That's a big one, right? As indicated before, failure to go to an interview when you've requested for rescheduling. All right, these are big ones. You have filed on time a response to a notice of intent to deny, an RFE, a notice of intent to revoke, etc. You filed on time. You clearly have your return certified receipt or FedEx receipt that immigration received it on time. So what you do, look at my sample motion. Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, right? The NOID was due on this date. I responded on this date. Immigration received it on this date. Very clear. Please reopen the case and adjudicate it accordingly, okay? So if you don't get a response from the customer service or from your motion to reopen and reconsider that you filed directly to the office that made the decision, now, before the time frame is up, usually it's 30 days to file your I-290B motion to reopen and reconsider. Then you have to pay the fee and file it if you don't have an answer, right? You make sure you file that on time. All right, so let's go back to the examples, all right? Another example is where you put in a change of address to immigration, they don't update the system, and they send NOIDs or they send, certain RFEs to the old address. Again, motion to reopen, reconsider on service error. Make sure you have proof that your address was changed and that you never received the notice. All right, so this happens all the time, folks. And I got to tell you, this is a great way to save yourself some bucks. Save some money. Make sure you do your motion to reopen and reconsider on service error. Make sure you request supervisory review, and you'll be surprised how it works, okay? All right, just know this procedure alone does not replace the I-290B. You're going to try this, okay? You're going to try it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, make sure you file your I-290B. Hey, YouTube family and GN subs, thanks so much for watching GrayLaw TV. Click below, like, and subscribe. You can always get me at hrg@graylaw.com. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.